Hello, I am Gambit017, and welcome to RimWorld. RimWorld is a game that's still in development, made by a company, see it in the upper right corner, Ludian Studios. It's a wonderful game. I've enjoyed playing the development alphas. This is actually Alpha 9. You see I'm using version 0.9.724. There's actually a hotfix version out. I just haven't downloaded it yet, and at the current moment, don't really see the need to. So the hotfixes that are there aren't really anything that affect the way I play the game. So we're gonna kind of go with that for right now. Anyway, basic premise of this game, as you'll see in a minute, is you land on a world and you gotta survive. That's pretty much all there is to it. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. I'll go ahead and create a new world. I see what seed I know what seed I want to use. Can anyone tell what I've been playing lately? Anyway, we're gonna go for a decent sized map. Actually, let's do a small map. Just smallest little world we can make, and let's see what happens. Alrighty. Mercanin Tartarus. We got a nice little small map here. On this map, there's a couple different things you see right off the bat. You see there's different biomes labeled with different colors. This blue up here is the ice sheet. You can't really land there. Water you can't land on, of course. This is, I believe, tundra. Yes, tundra. Growing period never. And then the darker kind of blue-green there is the boreal forest. Then you've got your temperate forest. You've got your desert. You've got your arid shrubland, and then you've got your tropical rainforest. And each one has a different type of growing period, different types of rock, rainfall. It gives you kind of all the different lovely little stats about that particular area. You can zoom in on the map, zoom back out. You'll see a couple things on here. We'll zoom into this one, kind of see it right here. Right here, smack down on the edge. There's a faction base here. It's a pirate band called the Animal Crew. And they are bad. You can tell by the fact it's red, because red universally means bad. There are also some others scattered around. I believe I thought I saw a friendly faction somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Well, neutral. Goodwill's Valley, an Outlander town down here. And there's another one, Togetherness Plain. Names are still a work in progress. And look, another one, the Arbor of Flamingo, their tribe. So anyway, so you see I'm not going to be alone on this map when I do play it. You can also go to mode and take a look at different things. You can take a look at just the biomes themselves, their elevation. It's actually an easier way to tell where stuff is. Rainfall, lots of rain down here, not so much up here. And then temperature, cold, hot, your standard. So that's our world. That's where we're gonna land. So let's go ahead and create a new colony. I'm gonna actually go on casual. Cassandra Classic, who's just a basic storyteller. One thing with RimWorld, the way they've got it set up is basically it's all about the story. It's all about your attempt at survival. You've got 3 different storytellers. You've got Cassandra Classic, who's just your basic, creates a story events on a steadily increasing curve of challenge and tension. You've got Phoebe Base Builder, who's basically just, chill. Plenty of time between events, lots of stuff. And Randy Random, who just doesn't give a crap. I mean, he'll do whatever he feels like, whatever. So we're going to go with Cassandra here, and we're going to go on casual mode, which is basically everything is about reduced to the 30% level. Just because I kind of want to build a nice colony for this playthrough. I don't want to have to worry about being wiped out too badly. I give myself plenty of time to get everything set up. So we'll go from there. We pick our new world, which is this one right here. And now we get to choose where we want to land. I personally, I will probably be doing a challenge at one point, doing either desert or tundra. Probably not for a little while though. I gotta kind of take a look. I'm still playing around with the new alpha. There's some things that were taken out that I used to do a lot, and now I can't because the option isn't there anymore. So, so we're gonna play around with that maybe later. For right now, I kind of want to do temperate forest, and I like mountains, and you'll see why in a second. Not much rainfall there. Not much rainfall in this area to start with. November year round. Okay, I think we're going to go here. So if you look at the full map, we're kind of going down this way. We'll zoom in on it a little bit. You see average temperature ranges between 83 in July and 50 degrees in January. So it doesn't get too hot, too cold. Sandstone, slate, and limestone are the rocks I have. And growing period, that's the big one. It's a year-round growing period. So I don't have to worry about stockpiling food. I can just grow at the rate I need and go from there. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to, it's a somewhat large map, 300 by 300. And we'll have an auto starting one. Again, you can tell it's an alpha because it basically says, you know, performance may degrade at larger sizes. I've actually played a Lodonchus one before. Yeah, it crashed within like a minute and a half. So, still under development. But this is where we're going to go. So now we get to pick our characters. We have 3 colonists that we start with. There are mods that you can get for this game. I actually have one that I'm not playing with this playthrough, but you can get to help, you know, more characters, less characters, add extra stuff. So if you go to the website, which I might put an annotation somewhere down here with a link, you can go check out their forums and stuff. And they've got some really, really cool mods that people have made. Someone's made a zombie mod, which looks awesome. I haven't played it, but anyway, the way I play, and this will go into why I went to the mountain, is I need a miner. So let's see. You have a mining of 5, you have a mining of 11, and you have a mining of 9. So you two are definitely being kept. You're also a green thumb, so you like growing, and you are an empath, which means you can't fight, but you talk, and you're okay at medicine. So you are the one I actually want to change. And you, I actually want to get someone with a decent cooking. Ugh, that's... It's actually a perfect time to take a look at the traits here. I'm going to randomize this guy. I'm not going to keep him. But trait... Every character has their own set of skills, traits, stats, whatnot. Your skills are all right here. You got construction, based on how fast you build things, growing, how fast you grow things, research, how fast you learn or learn new things, mining, shooting, melee, which is hitting, social, which is talking, cooking, medicine, artistic, and crafting. Then you've got your backstory, which tells you a little bit, you know, about them, gives them some stat buffs and whatnot. So, and incapable of what they can't do. This, like, he is a genetic engineer, so he doesn't know how to fight. So hence why his shooting and melee is 0. So, and traits. Traits are just extra fun, little bits of facts, things about the person. This guy, he's not very good. To start off with, he's depressive, which you will see. He's perennially unhappy. He has trouble sustaining a good mood, even when everything is fine. Permanent mood effect, -14. Basically, if their mood goes too low, they suffer a mental break, and that can be anything from just wandering around dazed and confused to going psycho on you. So -14 mood effect, that hurts a lot. Add that to neurotic. Likes to have things squared away. He'll work harder than most, but nerves can get the best of him. He works faster, but his mental break is higher. So not only is he depressive and have a permanent mood effect of -14, it's also +6 to his break threshold. Not a good combination. He's liable to lose his marbles. So we're going to randomize a little bit more. I wanted to cook, right? You look good. Mrs. Coffee. Carrie Jude coffee, the barkeep. Steadfast, which is basically says you know mentally tough, won't crack down, those are fine, and heat tolerant, good for the heat, or naturally cold handles heat better than most. So when it gets super hot outside, you're gonna be like, yeah, whatever. Must be from the south. So and then look, stats across the board are pretty dang good. Cooking 5, social 6, melee 7, mining 6, construction 7, growing 6. I like you. One thing that was added with this build is the different ages. You see, chronologically, Jude here is 124 years old, 9 months and 3 days. But biologically, she's only 54 because she was in cryo sleep for the rest of the time. So they have different ages, which is kind of a cool little feature. Can also do, when you go into their screen here, you can see that she's got a bad back, which weakens her moving and her manipulation a little bit. Sucks, but I can deal with that actually. So stuff like that, it's little things like that. Then we've got Pig, the empath, who's great at mining, great at social, and pretty good at medicine. Heat tolerant, so just like Jude, handles heat better, and Optimus. Naturally optimistic, +7 mood effect. Woo! Excuse me. And then we have Fry, this scientist, who I kind of want to name Philip. Anyone who gets the joke can put it in the comments. Fry here, he's a green thumb, which means he loves gardening. He gets a mood bonus for every time he grows, and he's got +2 to growing. He's psychically deaf. That is huge, because there's a psychic event that happens in the game, I'm sure you'll see it eventually, where it affects everybody, except it won't affect him, because his sensitivity is -100%, just isn't affected by it. And he's a careful shooter, which means he shoots a little better, but it takes him longer to shoot. But he shoots well. His shots almost virtually hit every time. So these are the 3 I think I want to keep, and let's get to it. Let's go generate the map. We'll take a look and see where we land. And I will apologize in advance because when we hit the screen, it'll probably be a nice little music jump for a second. Gives you that little quick intro feel of, congratulations, you have started the game. The 3 of you awaking from your cryo sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As the pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. And cue music. My apologies again if that music hits you a little loud. Alright, so this is our map. This is where we're landing. We'll go top corner, over, that's a huge mountain range. Down to the bottom, over this way, and then back to the middle. So this is where kind of we're going to come down at, what we started. Reason I can tell is it's where we've got a little stockpile of supplies, geothermal light there. That's nice. I almost never stay right where we landed because I don't. There's a method to my madness. I promise. And I'm thinking up here because that looks like a pretty good choke point right there. And is that some metal? That's some steel. Woo! So yeah, I think I'm gonna actually put my base of operations up here. So you'll see it's at a stockpile right here for pretty much everything. Toss down some sleeping spots for my people. And then a couple of growing spots right here. For potatoes, rice, strawberries, and corn. And really, the corn is going to be the big one. Now then, now comes the menial task of getting everything sorted here. So you'll see there's various items located throughout the map. You tell me that's the only silver on the screen? Okay. That we can go pick up. Basically, these items are very helpful. They get us the ability to buy things from traders when we get to that point, and to build things, stuff like that. And you see, I'm just kind of scanning the map, trying to see if I see any more down here. I think I got them all. That looks to be about it. Okay, so that way we can go haul them over to our new base, if you will. So, all that being said, let's let them come down. You see they're coming. They come in their drop pods, and there we go. So you see we have some packaged survival meals we start with, some medicine, and then we need to equip weapons. The reason I'm equipping Pig with the knife is Pig doesn't fight. So Pig's going to be equipped with knife. Now you see they each have some kind of clothing. Like Pig here has pants. It's a little cold because it's 50 degrees outside. And he's heat tolerant, or not cold tolerant, he's more heat tolerant. So he should hopefully be okay. Dude's got shirt and pants, and then you've got shirt, jacket, and pants. So drop your jacket. We're going to have you wear the jacket to help out with your cold. All that being said, now it's the fun part. I could just leave this like this if I wanted to, and it says, okay, so this person can do all of this. That's no fun. So we're going to go manual. Everybody always firefights. Whoever's my best doctor, which is Pig, is going to doctor. My doctor is not going to be my controller. I'm going to have Fry be my controller. There we go. You are the cook. Right now, nobody's constructing, nobody's mining, no one's doing anything other than hauling. I know Jude is my only researcher, and he's got a research skill of 0. I'm not going to be learning anything anytime soon. So anyway, you see, there they go. They're gonna start going. They're gonna start grabbing things and hauling it over to the stockpile here. So while they're doing that, I'm going to start setting up our base. I have a couple minutes. So the reason I like mountain maps is I like to burrow into the mountain, and I will say it where it's due. It is a somewhat cheap tactic. It really is. But it's a tactic I like. So I'm going to stick a door right there. So this is going to be the entrance to our base. We're going to make a nice little hallway there. And then the first thing I want to get built up is some bedrooms. You'll notice, and again, we'll get into it a little bit more in another episode, you'll see every once in a while they will have a mood bonus, like this guy. See Jude's right now. Oops. Not really saying anything, really. Just that they're cold. And they're in a cramped environment. They'll say, oh, they're in a cramped, and it'll be a negative mood bonus. A 5x7 room gives you this, is big enough to give you the spacious interior bonus, which gives them like a +5 to their mood. It's the little things like that that'll help keep you from having a complete and utter meltdown of, ooh, the sun's coming up, of things here. Oh, Fry's running here. Oh, wow. Okay. So we'll get this right off the bat, and I'll actually end the video and work on some things in the next one. I didn't notice this. That's a wall. That's not just rock. That's a straight up wall. So Fry, as he was walking by here, felt something. As Fry draws near the ancient structure, a sense of foreboding overcomes him. He isn't sure why, but he feels that this dusty structure may contain great danger. We can jump to the location. Bam! So basically, right here, there's something there. I don't know what it is. It could be an empty room. It could be enemies. It could be mechanized enemies. It could be a swarm of angry beetles about to attack me. Point is, right now, we're not going to find out what it is because I'm not going to open it. I've made that mistake before, and it did not go well. So, I'll save that for a surprise to you guys later on. Until then, we're going to let them start working, and we'll see you next video. Thank you.